So here's what I've currently got in this corner in my fish room. And it's just a little stand that I placed here next to my chair, sort of near the door. And I use it to put my iPad on once in a while. I keep some pictures of my kids and my brothers and sisters, whatever. There's flashlights there, whatever. It's just a catch-all little table. And that's fine. But I thought, you know, this is kind of a corner that I'd like to use for a tank. And what I've been honestly waiting for or looking for, so I keep my eye open for, was something unique and different to put in there. And here's what I'm come up with. No. No. Ah. Okay, let's see what we can do. So here I am today on this windy day out in my little shop. We got some plans, a few tools we're going to work with. This is a chop saw, some steel, my welder. And what I'm going to work on today is building a stand for a tank. So maybe we'll take you along through this process a little bit. We'll start with the materials that we need. Well, I'll start with the tank, I suppose. Start with the materials after that we need, and figure out a little design on what we want. The stand I'm going to be building today is a very simple block welded together stand to hold up a tank. So let's go ahead and make a few cuts and then we'll get assembling some of this stuff. So here we are getting ready to cut a few pieces. We've got some of our steel lined up and marked out at the length that we want to cut it at. Saw's all plugged in. We're making sure we don't have anything in the background going to gather any sparks or anything like that. So I saved you guys the hassle of all the cutting and the grinding and the welding and the banging and the heater and all that other noise in here. I didn't really see any point in it. This isn't really so much a how-to, but more like how I did it. So here we are with a stand. Just finished spraying it with Spray Truck Bed Liner is the product that I use. Which gives it a kind of a rough texture and protects it really well against scratches and dents and anything like that, and it's very durable. Okay, so here we are trying to clean up this old tank, and it's nasty, isn't it? It's been re-siliconed over the years, who knows how many times, and the original factory seals are of course long gone, but these old tanks had good glass in them. They go together a little differently than modern tanks. Anybody that isn't really familiar with them, the way that they work is the glass doesn't really touch each other actually. There's sort of a gap. The frame does the work. So instead of it being like the bottom and then everything is put together on top of it, or like the Hagen tanks where the bottom is suspended up inside of it or something along those lines, it's not really like that. Okay. So here's our progress so far. The stand's all built. It's been sprayed with Spray Truck Bed Liner, all hardened up and everything. We've cut the boards for a bottom shelf, just 1-inch thick pine boards. Got the tank all kind of cleaned up here. Got it all scraped out, cleaned out. The glass is in good shape, frame's in good shape. And so now I'm getting ready to silicone in a new seal, internal seal. Going to be using 100% pure silicone clear. The brand's not super important. This one happens to be from a Canadian hardware store called Home Hardware. The important thing, let's try flipping that around. Look at that. the only brand I know that I find locally that says that, which is kind of nice. Now, in case if you don't find one that says that, 100% pure silicone clear. If it's not clear, it's not 100% pure, is it? However, there are other safe ones. Silicone 1. So, that having been said, getting it all cleaned up, I'll get it sealed up, and we'll move along with this little project. Okay, so decided I needed one more tank in here, and I kind of wanted it to be a retro tank, old school retro tank kind of thing. Something that was more like what I would have kept and had years ago when I was keeping aquariums. And this is what we came up with, okay? So this is a 40 gallon, roughly, if you do the measurements out on an aquarium. It's a Metaframe tank. This is a stand that we built a wooden shelf onto it, and put it in this corner here. Now, what do you think we should stock it with?